Hello. Recently, Mr. Cash, some say he's Kachi Ononuju. He talked about the Igbos in Ikwere. He talked about the Aro Confederacy. He talked about how he and Wike are all Igbos. He talked about the influence of Igbo in that whole area. There were a lot of condemnations, even though the condemnations were lesser compared to the commendations. So a lot of people were still in doubt. People are like, there's a particular thing he said. He said, only the Ogoni people are not Igbos, but others are Igbos. Some people even came to, I had to share this just like a lot of people shared it. Some people came to my wall, to my channel. You people are beginning to claim again. But if you look at what Mr. Cash said, I think I will have to play his video again.
The only people in today's River State that were not part of the Aro Confederacy are the Ogoni. Ogonis came from Bakongo. Bakongo today is shared into 3 countries: Congo, Kinshasa, Congo, Brazzaville, and Angola. So they came here, but after the Emancipation Proclamation, they were kept where they are. And that's what it is. The rest of them, everybody, are Igbo. So the idea of telling me, who was born in Diobu, who grew up around Port Harcourt, trekking from Diobu to Nembe Waterside, from Nembe Waterside to Rumumasi, where my sister got married, that I should deny my heritage. That's nonsense. But of course, there are Igbos willing to deny their heritage. You can see it. And that's why you say, when those things happen, what is it? Is the Nigerian state putting pressure on them? Port Harcourt was renamed in 1913. The real name of that place is Iguacha. Iguacha, it means in Igbo, white hill. It was renamed in 1913 to honor Lord Vernon Harcourt, who at that time was Secretary of the Colonies in the British government. Because Port Harcourt was being used as a staging post to export the coal that Daddy Onyema was bringing from the mines in Enugu. And that's what it is. So whether you want to deny who you are or not, I see myself as a rivers man. Me and Wike, we are Aro Ikwere. It was the Aro that were there, the Aro Confederacy. That's what it is. So if you now want me to deny my heritage because you want me to gain acceptance, I would not agree.
Okay.
But I also see he's united quite a lot of us. Some people who were not there, like the Ezon, are now beginning to also cry. The Ezon were promised to be part of the new Nigeria in '66 if they join the civil war on the federal side. What have they gotten? Even when they were promised Port Harcourt. Port Harcourt was removed from them by Abacha. And everything you have today in River State were all people who were under the Igbo Aro Confederacy that lasted from 1640 to 1900.
Now, having seen this video, do you think it's different from what Asari Dokubo has been saying? Note what Mr. Cash said. He said, everyone else is Igbo except Ogoni. Now, when he said everyone else is Igbo, he was also mentioning the Ijos. Now, I'll play Asari's video. You realize this is what Asari has been saying. Forget about what Asari, the way Asari is behaving sometimes. But Asari has been saying this. Even before we heard it from Mr. Cash recently. So the Igbo identity question started mainly after the war, and you could see some oppositions to the main Igbo rule. So what I'm trying to say, if a DNA is, massive DNA is conducted, you realize that the whole of River State, at least 80% or 90% is Igbo. Opobo, Ikwere, Eche, whatever you call them. Now listen to Asari, and we'll be right back again.
I am Ediabali today. Ediabali is an Igbo man. He's from Obom in Abam. He's from Obom in Abam. From there, his family went to Bosi in Anambra State before they came to New Calabar. He's an Igbo man. I am Ediabali. So when somebody says Igbo, no, I am, yes. The name I answered today, the stool on which I sit today, which was created as one of the first volcano houses to be created. In fact, among the first 5 to be created in Calabar land. Ediabali became the richest man of his time. He's an Igbo man, 100%. And he never denied being an Igbo man. So I, his worthy descendant, will not deny. I have my disagreement with Igbo, but I cannot. So also is Briggs. So also is Oswald. Young Briggs, Oswald, Ediabali. My father, Wananako. These are all Igbo men. Uzoma, Elebike, Elebuke, Odikadibia, David Wells, Elebuke Wells. These are all Igbos. Let nobody come and be denying that, hey, we are not Igbos, we are not this, we are not that. It's a lie. These people are Igbos. They're Igbos. So slave trade brought enormous wealth. And it also brought some sort of destabilization. It destabilized the society. Because some people brought with them so many things. The population of the Ijaw people in Kalabara and in Bonny was overwhelmed by inflow of Igbo and Ibibio influence, but more of Igbo. Why Kalabari was able to totally assimilate all others who came in contact with them, Bonny was not able to do so. Okrika was not able to do so. That's why you go to Ganama or Akadama, these places, they are speaking Igbos. But in Kalabari, no Kalabari community speaks Igbo. In fact, even people they brought from Igbo yesterday, after today, they find it difficult to speak Igbo. So, like I said, I am historical correction officer. We have to tell our children our history. True. And leave this falsehood. Tell our history. We should not be ashamed of who we are. We should not be ashamed of who we are. It's not because somebody is making claim, we are going to deny because a man is making claim. Whether Igbo people make claim or not, that's their bloody business. That will not stop us from saying that this is what we are, who we are. And we stand up to who we are. We keep record of who we are. We tell the world who we are. We stand so that from that we can draw our strength. We can become who we really are. Today everybody is fabricating. Everybody is doing this. Why is the fabrication? I am Ejabali today.
You heard him? He mentioned the top families. He said there were 5 families, top families to come, they work in new houses. About 5 top families that they are from Igbo land. So why did Mr. Cash said it and it was like there will be war? No. This is an existing fact. It has been there since. It is not a new thing as if you people are just hearing it for the first time. Let me tell you what happened. Even before the 1966, the 1967 attack on Igbo, there had been a long time, I think, trying to limit the composition of Igbo, the size of Igbo, limit what is called Igbo. When you hear about Obi Igbo, the heart of Igbo, it is in River State. Then you hear about the so-called Ebinopabe shrine whatsoever. It is actually in River State. Then all of a sudden, the people are not Igbo again and they are having identity question. I think massive DNA tests should be conducted because I am very sure the truth will come out in a way, in a staggering way. Everybody will be shocked. As far as I know, and I believe, the population of Igbo might be the most populated tribe in Nigeria, if not for this fragmentation that we see. We are so much fragmented. They have done it in a way Igbos cannot come together. Look at even the state creation in Nigeria. The boundaries were not properly defined. There are Igbos in the north, not just Benue. We've seen recent videos talking about Igbos with ancestral home in the north. It's not as if they went to settle this and that. They are ancestral home. And at the right time, and I hope some of them will hear, at the right time, boundary adjustment has to be done. Our intention is that every Igbo area must be added as part of the whole Igbo nation. Whether in Nigeria or outside Nigeria. There's what we call Igbo nation. Nation of Igbo speakers. Which is what I actually believe. So you see, All of these places. Okay, you hear recently that Igbo land is landlocked. Remember, Upobo is Igbo land. Bonny is Igbo land. All of these places are Igbo land. How do you say Igbo land is landlocked? Igbo land is beyond the 5 southeast states. But those who try to fragment us, wants us to, you hear even people from, mainly people who are not even Igbo. People from the southwest area, they are the ones, some of them are the ones trying to contend, telling you your limits. Something that, their boundaries are not even close to that area. Igbo land has no boundary unless, so you wonder how they are the ones coming to tell you, this year, Igbo, Ikwere is not Igbo. Somebody from southwest. River State is the heart of Igbo land. And we had of the boundary adjustments that were done. Okay, you look at some part of Imo State were ceded to River State. Imagine if they discovered oil earlier in Imo State and the places they found oil recently, even in Anambra. They would have ceded almost all of these places to, if they had known that they would still find oil in some of these places, they would have ceded these places to South. And those places will start claiming we are not Igbo. A great damage was done against Igbo. We are working very hard. We must clear it. There must be a reset. It's only a matter of time. Please share this video widely. Thanks for watching.